Hi everyone, my name is Matt. I'm the youth and family pastor at Cornerstone Church in Marshfield, and I'm here today with your Cornerstone Connection, a daily devotional. So, have you ever been there in life at times, and maybe it's somebody that is asking you to do something or telling you to do something, or maybe in your spirit you sense that God is telling you to do something, or maybe as you're reading His Word, you're going, God's definitely calling me to do this. And all you can do in response to those calls, in response to those questions and those requests, all you can do is make excuses. All you can do is think of every reason why you are not the right person for that job. You can think of every reason why you have too much going on or why you don't have the gift set or the skills, right? Well, today, as we continue our way through the book of Exodus, we're going to join up again here with Moses. And as we saw yesterday in Exodus chapter 3, God has appeared to Moses through the burning bush. And he is calling Moses to leave his life of shepherding and to go back to Egypt, where he had come from, and to rescue the people of Israel from Egypt. And starting in chapter 3, Moses does nothing but make excuses. And those excuses continue today as we start chapter 4. So I would ask you to join me, Exodus chapter 4. We're going to read verses 1 through 17. And as you listen to Moses, instead of listening to all of his excuses and going, Moses, you're such a wimp, I can't believe you wouldn't just say yes. Let's all look in the mirror and go, you know what? We can all be a little bit like Moses some days, right? And so let's have grace for Moses, and let's also at the same time reflect upon, what is God calling me to do right now? Where am I being hesitant? Where am I making excuses? And where do I just need to say yes to God and trust that He can do what I don't think I can? You with me? So here we go, Exodus chapter 4, starting in verse 1. It says, Moses answered, what if they do not believe me or listen to me and say, the Lord did not appear to you? Then the Lord said to him, what is that in your hand? A staff, he replied. The Lord said, throw it on the ground. Moses threw it on the ground, and it became a snake, and he ran from it. Then the Lord said to him, reach out your hand and take it by the tail. He just ran from it. Now he's got to take it by the tail. So Moses reached out, and he took hold of the snake, and it turned back into his staff, into his hand. This, said the Lord, is so that they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has appeared to you. Then the Lord said, put your hand inside your cloak. So Moses put his hand into his cloak, and when he took it out, it was leprous, like snow. Now, put it back into your cloak, he said. So Moses put his hand back into his cloak, and when he took it out, it was restored, like the rest of his flesh. Now, then verse 8, then the Lord said, if they do not believe you or pay attention to the first miraculous sign, they may believe the second. But if they do not believe these two signs or listen to you, take some water from the Nile and pour it on the ground, and the water you take from the river will become blood on the ground. Moses said to the Lord, O Lord, I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and tongue. And the Lord said to him, who gave man his mouth? I want you to tune in here, friends, because this sounds a lot like when God talks to Job, if you remember in the book of Job. Who gave man his mouth? Who makes him deaf or mute? Who gives him sight or makes him blind? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will help you speak and will teach you what to say. But Moses said, oh Lord, please send someone else out to do this. Then the Lord's anger burned against Moses, and he said, what about your brother Aaron, the Levite? I know he can speak well. He is already on his way to meet you, and his heart will be glad when he sees you. You shall speak to him and put words in his mouth. I will help both of you speak and will teach you what to do. He will speak to the people for you, and it will be as if he were your mouth and as if you were God to him. But take the staff in your hand so you can perform miraculous signs with it. What a great scene. I mean, just imagine being a fly on the wall, or a fly in the desert, I guess, as God is speaking to Moses. And all he can do is come up with the what ifs and the excuses. And every time he has one, God pushes back. And he says quite clearly to Moses, Moses, I have called you to this. I am choosing you to do this, and you are going to do it. And I'm going to provide everything and everyone that you need. All you need to do is follow me. And friends, isn't that what life comes down to? No doubt we go through life and there's times where there just seems to be a mountain in our way and there's no way we're going to get past it. Or to use Moses' example that we're going to see here later, there's going to be a great sea before us and it's going to be like, how do we get past this? The reality is God can move mountains. God can split seas. God can take someone who doesn't think they're good at speaking and make them speak well. God can take someone who doesn't think they have any power and help them do miraculous signs. Friends, what is God calling you to today? What do you need to just say, yes, God, here I am. I'll follow you, but I need you to come through because I don't have what it takes. You know what? This is exactly the attitude God wants you to have. Trust him, follow him, and believe that he's going to provide what you need. Have a great day, friends. We'll see you next time on the Cornerstone Connection.